Okay, welcome back to Dojang on the Deck. Let's have a look at Yul Gok now. So we jump into the blue stripe pattern. So there's a number of things in this pattern. Generally find that from blue stripe right through to red stripe and those two blue dot patterns, there's lots of little things that go kind of crook. So we'll have a look at those three in the next three short segments. Firstly, Yul Gok. So just at the very beginning, common error with Yul Gok is to still have a cross when we bring the arms forward. So just from the very first movement, just bring your arms straight to the side front. So off to the side and straight forward. Then we do our two punches using knee spring, come back to the beginning, and again travelling in like an arc shape to the side front. So that's off to the side, straight forward, and then middle with our punches. Okay, so no crossing at the beginning of Yul Gok. The second one is we're going to go back to that rocking scenario again. So you'll remember that in Do-san where we came out of our kick and we rocked forward. Generally tends to happen in Yul Gok as well. So when we turn to our right, into our right walking stance from here, we do our low kick. Quite often you'll see the students rocking again. So once again, remember, after you do your front kick and find your walking stance and then pop up and drop into your reverse punch. Same the other way. So you'll do your kick, drop into your walking stance, don't rock, lift straight up, and then punch. And you're good to go. So this is the second one, and you'll see this a lot, once again, virtually regardless of rank sometimes. A kick and a rock forward. We need to try and prevent that rocking as we go along. Okay, crossing for the hooking block. So crossing for the hooking block is not back to back like we're used to with a forearm low block or perhaps with the knife hand. It's forearm to back forearm. So it doesn't quite have the same rotate as your conventional blocks. Okay, it's performed by nature of its technique, it's quite a soft technique, but it's still performed in normal speed. In the case of Yul Gok, it's a middle block. Fingertips are in line with the shoulder, okay, slightly bent, and it's half facing. So it's the crossing for this one. So front of the ribs, side, the forearm to the back forearm, so not back to back. And hook travels in an arc shape. Okay, so it travels in the shape of a rainbow, in an arc shape. This way. Okay, connecting motion. So after our first hooking block, we have our second hooking block and our punch. So that's performed in what's called connecting motion. So continuous motion, you'll remember from Dangun, was here, down, up, down. So that was two full sine waves, two techniques in one breath. With connecting motion, it's one sine wave. So the difference is in the sine waves. So we've done our hook, we go down, up, and drop. So there's our sine wave. Down, up, down. One sine wave. Two techniques and one breath. Okay? Down, up, down. Hook, down. Same with the other side. We've hooked, down, up, down. So that's connecting motion. So just to recap on those, continuous, two full sine waves, two techniques and one breath. Connecting motion, one sine wave, two full techniques and one breath. That's the difference. Okay, let's have a look at the front elbow strike now. So what's really common is to see the students who take their palm to their elbow. So it's important to set the palm up as a target and take the elbow to the palm. Okay, so we come out of our bending stance, side piercing kick, down, up, down. This way. Rather than palm to the elbow. So set it up as a target and then deliver your technique. The other thing is X stances. So the thing to remember with X stances is they're half overlapping. Don't know whether you can see my feet, but half overlapping, and the feet are facing the same direction as your body. So not only are they both facing the same direction, but they're directly in front of your body. So if we're half facing, my feet are this way. For example, in Poen, if I'm facing this way, my feet are straight forward as well, and they're half overlapping. So we want to deliver the technique on the second foot touching the floor. So we come out of our reverse punch and deliver. Deliver as the second foot touches the ground. From here, this way, our back fist strike. So with back fist strikes, another little curly thing to remember is if we're performing them in sitting stance, we come from the opposite chest. For example, in Chungmu, we start from the opposite chest. The same with L stance, opposite chest. So if we're going to the right, we start on the left side. If we go to the left, we start on the right side. In the case of walking stances, we start in front of the rib cage, so it's slightly further out. For example, in Dosan, after the release, when we turn, we're in front of the rib cage, so a little bit more around the side of the body here. And also in the case of Yul Gok, after our reverse punch into our X stance, we start in front of the rib cage, so somewhere out here, and deliver it. So slightly wider. And lastly, at the tail end of the pattern, where we perform our double forearm blocks, bring them back to the center. So we're here, bring them back to the middle, swing them this way. So your rear hand is about shoulder height, and your closer arm, if you like, is just slightly below the shoulders. So good way to practice these. Bring it to the front, swing them back, and deliver. And always looking as well. And then back, the end of your pattern. And that's it. That's Yul Gok. So hopefully they're handy hints for you.